question that absolutely everyone wants the answer to after you come back from backpacking or travelling for a longer period of time is how much you spent whilst you were away and how much you recommend other people to save and take out with them. So here it is. For 3.5 months backpacking Southeast Asia, going to Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, and then finishing off with a week in the Maldives. And I travelled with my boyfriend, so these are our individual totals. We both spent £6,205 each. Then I spent an additional £200 that were purchases that were outside of the budget. So like all of my beauty treatments, I bought Alex's birthday present whilst I was out there as well. So that was completely separate from mine and Alex's budget. In total, my total was £6,405. Our actual budget ended up being £5,500 for the trip. We did set ourselves the target of 5,000, but by the time we went, we actually had 5,500 in travel spending. So that didn't include the hotel that we'd already pre-booked in Bangkok, our flight out there, and then all of the pre-travel expenses like vaccines, that kind of thing. We took 5,500 out with us and we overspent by nearly £1,000 each. Now, do I think that you can do it cheaper? Yes, absolutely. But did I also find that everything was a little bit more expensive than what I was expecting? Yes, I did, especially in South Thailand. I knew South Thailand was going to be our most expensive place, but I really wasn't expecting it to be as expensive in comparison to the other countries as what it was. There were a few things that killed our budget completely. For example, we stayed in a really nice place in Koh Samui over Christmas, which cost us nearly £100 a night, which was nearly 3 times our accommodation budget. Throughout our whole trip, we were budgeting about £35 a night for accommodation, so it was about £17.50 each. And that accommodation in Koh Samui completely blew our budget before we'd even got there, which was fine. We didn't mind paying extra over Christmas. We wanted to stay somewhere really nice. You obviously don't have to do that. And I think if we were staying in dorms as well, that was another thing. You definitely could do it way cheaper than what we did, but we chose not to. We didn't really want to stay in dorms. If we stayed in hostels, we stayed in private rooms, which are typically more expensive. Sometimes they're about the same price as buying 2 beds in a dorm, but more often than not, they were more expensive. The Maldives, we weren't actually planning on going to, that was never really factored in. It just so happened that I managed to get a PR trip there, which was absolutely incredible. Had we not gone to the Maldives, we would have spent an extra week in Thailand. And I think we actually would have spent more in Thailand had we stayed the extra week rather than going to the Maldives. But because I was on a PR trip, we didn't really spend a lot, so we did get very lucky on that front. But yeah, my biggest lesson is if you're going to the likes of South Thailand over Christmas especially, everything is a little bit more expensive than what you actually anticipate. Definitely factor that into your budget.